San Diego FC, again, played a match. A game happened. The reason why tempers flared is because LA Galaxy
is better than LA teams right now.
San Diego,
and that's just the fact,
is better than LA
in soccer. Baseball too, maybe.
Now I'm going to tell everybody in the comments to go after you for sure.
Why?
San Diego is better than LA. Is where that
sports,
sentence is. Where that sentence.
I mean,
stops.
It depends, right? Like, it depends. I mean, the fact is, San Diego FC won this game, and that's what it is. And San Diego FC is second place in the Western Conference right now, and that's also a fact.
San Diego handles the homeless problem better than LA.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Olympics are going to LA right now, and what they're doing to the homeless is messed up.
Oh, is this what this podcast turning into? All right, cool.
LA sucks. LA sucks podcast.
I'm about it. Best team in the league, absolutely. This is one of the things where I'm just thinking that whatever everybody thought. You remember when the season was going to begin, and everybody was putting SDFC in 15th, and everybody was thinking like, oh, they're not going to have a chance against LA Galaxy. They're probably going to lose like 3-1 in that first game. You know, it's Galaxy. You know, they won it without Ricky Puig. They have Marco Royce. They have Paintsill. They have this. They have that. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think that San Diego FC has misstepped on the field at all. I really think that Monday.
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, there he is. He's reading the articles again. Of Confederation. But in any case, San Diego FC start this matchup with what we've been coming to find out is the A side for Mikey Varas when it comes to not having Marcus Invarson, because Marcus Invarson, guess what? Still in his hyperbaric chamber. He is recovering. He's actually getting a little bit more intense at training. He's getting he's getting a little bit of a sweat on when it comes to training here as he's ramping up for his return. So San Diego FC start with the lineup that we've been seeing. The Eternals in the midfield, Captain Sverskov, De La Torre, Godoy. You have CJ Dos Santos, Lucas Bombino, Chris McVeigh, McNair, and Willy Kumado, who does come out injured in the second half with an apparent
you have like
hamstring
4
injury.
right backs anyways.
Yeah, no, you'll be fine there. Irving and Chucky Lozano on the left. On the right, you have Alex Maitin, and then you bring back Anders Dreyer in the middle for this 4-3-3 that, you know, I think San Diego FC has really just gotten the groove of this. They're able to settle into a game. They're able to adapt within the game.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're able to respond well when it comes to the opposing team showing that, you know, they're going to play you differently. They're going to take it to you, as LA Galaxy did here.
How are you guys liking Dreyer? Like in the middle?
In the middle?
Have they lost a game where Dreyer starts in the middle?
That's a good question.
Good question. Let me look that up.
You can look that up, yeah. But he's finding himself.
619 Soccer may know.
He's been playing well, and I honestly really like it. Like, he talked about it a little bit at the last training, that he just feels like he has more freedom and it's able to move around. Like, he's not playing like a completely different style from not being on the right wing. He's just moving around more, and he's in form. He has the fitness to do it. So if you're comfortable like leaving him there, I think it's fine. And frankly, like, Marcus Ingvartsen's going to come back, but he's not going to be at the right fitness level to be starting. So if you leave Dreyer there, maybe Maitin subs out, you throw Marcus Ingvartsen as like a 60th minute sub and then put Dreyer on the right wing. I think that could work. So just leave him there for now, especially if it's working.
Iloski should be starting, says Brandon. I guess that's an option that Mikey Varas has, but I think that super sub position is a good one for him right now, where Mikey Varas believes that he's best suited for. But
this makes it a 5-game like undefeated streak, right? Technically, like
correct. 5-game undefeated streak for San Diego FC. And you know, the thing about LA Galaxy is that this is the healthiest they've been outside of Ricky Puig this entire season. Paintsill is coming back. Somebody who San Diego FC did not face in the first time that they faced Carson. And so this is a new added layer, and you can definitely tell that he adds a dynamic on the wing of what Alex Maitin brings. Like Alex Maitin and Paintsill are kind of two sides of the same coin, where they're able to really disrupt. And you see here, starting the game immediately, with a good look. And what ends up being just kind of what leads into the first goal for Galaxy is just not really being able to step up correctly. Willie Kumalo being turned right there. Unfortunate for Galaxy not to get that one, but fortunate for San Diego FC. But it was a good back and forth through this matchup. San Diego FC tried to settle through the matchup. A good combination play into the second post. And look at that. Testing his hops already. A little bit more from San Diego FC, where they were playing very tightly compact. They were playing their style, but it was a little bit more, how should I say? That was a close one. It was definitely San Diego FC style, but it was a little bit more ramped up. It was a little bit more revved up. Whereas, usually they're running at 100% speed. It's like when on Spotify, sometimes people put us on 1.5 speed. That they were playing at 1.5 speed. San Diego FC, Right to Dream. What I'll also say is, I think it's time to change the discussion of, the Right to Dream play style. The Right to Dream play. I think this is San Diego FC's play style now. Like this, they've built their identity enough through a third and some games where you can point and say that's San Diego FC style. So I think for me, I'm going to try to start retiring the Right to Dream play style, the FC Northland play style. Like obviously it's part of the DNA, but this is a new added layer of San Diego FC and that style.
Yeah, I think until you see like true Right to Dream Academy players in this team, then you can't call it the Right to Dream play style. So like when San Diego brings their own San Diegans or Tijuanense players into San Diego FC, then you can call it that.
Yeah, it's the evolution of like a 2.0 version of the American version of it, the San Diego version, San Diego FC's play style for sure. It's a total football SD style. Yeah, no, I've definitely, I think I've called it that, like total football 2.0 too, sometimes, where literally everybody is an attacker, everybody's a defender. You lose the ball, you're the first defender as an attacker. Like everybody is interchangeable in a lot of different ways. And so the game continues this with Godoy almost getting on it. But there's a moment there that on my notes as this game was happening, I wrote down like, man, we've been asking more from Luca de la Torre. There's been some looks, there's been some chances where he just needs to find the back of the net. This right here is one of them where you can see him want to shoot it, chip it, do something. There's people in the way. He's about to unleash, but then a good business decision by him, a good time tackle. But, had he react a little bit better with his left, just puntearla, just point it with the toe poke in there.
I mean, to that, right? Like Luca de la Torre, again, like I'll keep saying it, like he's a player that needs to start every game because he's not a stat player. And I agree with you. Like I thought he would have more goals or assists, but I mean he proved everyone wrong this game, getting his goal, right? And you could tell like it was getting close for him to score. Like he had a couple chances before that. But I think he's probably been one of the best signings for San Diego FC as well.
Yeah, still on loan. Make sure that we keep that in mind. There's kind of a clock ticking, but not really. But just keep that in mind. So Luca de la Torre eventually coming back and having another look there too, where he potentially could have scored. So he's knocking on that door. Mm-hmm. He's knocking on that proverbial door for Galaxy. This is where I will commend their play style. This is very tidy play where they have Royce matriculating over to the left. Fagundes has the time, has the space. You can't do that. It's a great goal, but there was way too much time and space for Fagundes to decide exactly where he was going to put that. And that's exactly what he did. San Diego goes down a goal against LA Galaxy.
Yeah, I think here, I mean, it's a well-designed play. Like you have the outside player making the run, and Willie Kumalo naturally is going to go to the outside player. If he cuts in, he's going to pass it to the player going out. So I think Galaxy just had a really good play in this goal, and they just outplayed San Diego FC in this play, and that's what happens.
100%. Like
that's soccer.
They left Willie on a line. Like agree, George. Like he couldn't defend three guys. I'm not asking Willie to defend three guys. I'm asking San Diego FC to help out. Like there's clearly something that broke down here.
And the thing is, like Willie knows if he pushes up to the player that's about to take the shot, he's gonna pass it. And his job is really, as a right back, your job is mainly like stick to the guy that's making the run because that's the outside player and there's no one behind you. And I think Willie Kamalo really played it right in this way. And chances are that shot's not going to go in, but it did. And it was a banger of a goal.
Yeah, Fagundes. I was like, okay, I guess you're going to give me the space.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do that. 1-0, San Diego FC go down. And then immediately, an immediate response from San Diego FC.
Great. Kumalo too. Like that touch from Kumalo to Yepe was perfect as well. And we've seen Willie Kumalo do some amazing touches like that throughout the season. It's really what got him the starting spot as a right back for this team with Mikey Varas, right? You see Yepe right there to Willie. Willie with the patience to give the run to Yepe, and then Yepe again, another great through ball. And Luka actually finishes this time.
Yeah, no, I think this is a very, to what you said to the game, to the goal for LA Galaxy. It's a well-designed play. It's a very well-designed play. And literally, you see Willie just wanting to move forward, right? He has space to try to make a run. He has the speed to go and try to cross it in, but the numbers aren't there for him. Even if he makes it with his speed, there's nobody going to be in the middle. So he's patiently waits, sees the run. Excellent.
That's 5 assists for Yepe now, dude. He's a CDM. 5 assists. That's insane.
And then, just the weighted pass into the lane, waiting for that extra second. We talk about this metronome that Sverskov has, that he plays just at a different pace. Most players would have had the pass there already, or tried to get that pass off right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's this little hesitation that he does and opens up the space, and Luka just through the 5-hole does a fantastic job to finish. Just that little hesitation. He's running. Am I going to go this way? Oh, no, I'm going to stop. Control, pass, through, did my job. Excellent work for San Diego FC.
And honestly, like this comment from Jeremy, right? They had 60 seconds of hope and then just snatched that away. That's been Galaxy season so far.
Yeah,
they get little moments of hope and boom, taken away. And that's because they're a terrible team this season. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah,
no wins.
Genius. I agree, Meg. Yeah, it was through the leg, but yes.
Yeah, so I mean, you go into halftime 1-1. Yeah, 8.
Real quick, we talked about like how he's on loan. Do you guys think like Luca de la Torre could become a designated player for not just maybe another MLS team, but I think he's playing at that level right now.
He definitely can, especially if they try to buy him at the end of the season, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, there is that purchase option on that contract.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they're considering that move now, right? You only have 2 DP players right now. Like, why not just make him a DP? Like, he is that important to your team.
I think you have to make that. And Luka himself, I think, is very happy here. Luka had himself a week. I think someone was talking about it, right? Birthday call up, got married. Emma Boateng told him throughout the week, hey, now you just need to score. He scores. Got called up as well, man. And that was my favorite question. Part of having the question for him was like, hey, Luka, go ahead. You got your goal. Take us through that. But then, as a San Diego kid, how does it feel to beat LA? And I think that is just a feather in the cap that he wears. He answered professionally, but I think he really just enjoys that one. San Diego FC kept pressing here. A ball that almost hits the post. It just goes on target. Chucky was on one this game. He was definitely an X factor. The second half was mostly San Diego FC. You can tell LA Galaxy just didn't have an option. They were looking for a counterattack a situation where they can just hope to get a goal and steal one. You have a foul very close to the area, and it leads to nothing, absolutely nothing. But here's the part where, look at the time. That free kick is at 86, every second minute right there. There's a giant time skip. This is an unfortunate part of hey, if you're the highlights person, let's have an understanding of soccer. Please, if there's an important play You have to include it. And what play is more important than Chucky Lozano in the 84th minute doing what people said couldn't be done by somebody with an injury like his, with Chucky Lozano at the age of his. And if this game had stayed 1-1 emotionally, you know how we say, like, oh, that tie felt like a loss? This tie would have almost felt like a win with the amount of respect, applause, cheers, just gratitude from the fans, the intelligence of the fans to recognize what they have just seen. And Chucky Lozano, again, just doing what he's being paid to do. More than that, he's not paid to do this. He's paid to be a goal scorer. He's paid to be no. He's paid to be a goal scorer and an offensive player. But this, I would classify this as above and beyond. How many players, Shiva?
Especially retirement league, he's like beating the allegations.
How many players see this play?
He's paid to be a soccer player.
How many players that get paid to play the game, that love the game?
That's because that's the type of player he is.
See this ball. You're kind of making an excuse for him, but it's not. See this ball right there and just put their head down, man. Or they track back and you know what? I tried. Like I tried. 83rd minute, 84th minute. He's tired. He does potentially still have an injury, but in his mind, he's been telling us at media availability, I'm 100%.
Yeah.
Chucky has been telling us, I'm 100%.
Yeah. No.
In English, Spanish, 100%.
And the thing is, this is the type of player Chucky is. We've seen him throughout his career. He's the type of player to track back. He's not a lazy player. I agree with you. There's so many lazy players, especially in the league, especially when they're at that age, when they're in MLS to retire, whatever it is. Chucky's not one of those players. Had this been Carlos Vela, probably would have let that pass and just been like, I'm not chasing that guy. But that's not who Chucky is. And I agree. Like he's great play. There was magic in that play. That's what sparked something. And again, I'm gonna repeat that. Like Chucky is that type of player. He hustles, he grinds. Like even if he's 35, he's probably gonna keep hustling and grinding.
Chucky has been doing so much better. I'm impressed. There was a shot that he does that trying to slot it into the bottom left corner. Yeah, we just saw that. Just a matter of time before it goes in, and he needs to change the shot. I mean, he's doing it. Like again, he's not the most prolific goal scorer, but he's creating the chances. The numbers don't lie. The data doesn't lie. And him and Dreyer linking up is fantastic. But again, Dreyer has nothing to do with this. You can see Marco Reus giving respect for that too. He did foul the hell out of him. But like, again, that moment is a moment where it's like, okay, I guess I'll just for the picture, right? If you're a goalkeeper and it's a good shot, you just dive to make the picture look better. Let me just track back to make this play look like I at least tried. But no, he kicks it into high gear. He sees that it's Gabriel Peck. They've been going at it this entire game. There was a moment where they kind of kissed. Just the lips met for sure. And then Chucky was like, me la pelas, to him. Like literally just, just Socceroo stuff.
Yeah.
And I just can't, just commend Chucky enough for that play. Right there. Clean. The fact that they got it clean, like it was a good defensive play. Like had he gone back, gone down, gotten the foul, it's a second yellow for sure. Here's your red card. He would have been applauded just as much. He would have been applauded just as much for the hustle, but he went in and yeah, it was Fagundes. Yeah, he did. That was the same player. Excuse me, that was Fagundes in the beginning. This was Gabriel Peck. Correct. Thank you, George. But again, I think that this really encapsulates the feeling at Snapdragon Stadium. It felt at that moment, okay, something's happening. Like, don't give Chucky a reason. I was listening to some people were like, oh, because there was a lot of Galaxy media actually, and they were going back and forth of like, oh, they fouled Chucky right before this, and like, you don't give him a reason. And I'm like, yeah, you don't do that. Don't upset Chucky because he's gonna do something to you. Then he does this play. Then he goes on, and again, let's go back to the highlights that didn't include that play. But for this goal, let's go ahead and see an angle from our friend SD Wyatt, who's been doing vlogs actually for San Diego FC. He caught me at before the match, and I was on his vlog. So check out his vlog here. A new MLS rivalry is born. SDFC versus LA Galaxy match day vlog. Shout out Wyatt. But here is that. On point with the fireworks, with the pyro. That's what it's about, man. Like, outside of anything funky that may have happened after this match, within this episode, whatever, this right here. This right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you have a team. That's why you watch a sport. That's why you go pay your hard-earned money. That's why you take the trolley next to a bunch of smelly people because they've been doused in beer, or pay $50 to park your car there. That right there. That moment of ecstasy. The game ends. San Diego FC, shout out Wyatt, win 2-1 against rival LA Galaxy.
And I mean, it's gonna be interesting what happens next for San Diego FC, right? Because they're gonna be out a couple players.
Yep.
You're not gonna have Chucky, Dreyer, McNair, Galatorre, Godoy. I believe those are the 5 players. Let me know in the chat if I'm missing anyone. But yeah,
I think Oni. You said Oni, right? Did you?
I didn't say Oni. Did he get called up too?
Yeah, he did.
I believe. Yeah.
That's 6 players.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and that's just a bad schedule by MLS. I think they're going to change that in the future. Like, they haven't officially said they're going to, but they've talked about it enough, like floating the idea out there that they're going to switch to like a fall winter type of thing, which probably going to be better just because it's dumb when you're playing games through international windows like this. Like, are they going to be playing games during the World Cup? Technically, as of right now, they would. Like, it's
technically, but I think there's going to be something like, I think there's going to be a forced pause.
Yeah, better.
Sure. Willie due to injury, yes. So Owen Verhoeven does come in the 55th minute, I believe. Oscar Verhoeven. Who's Owen? Who's Owen?
I don't know.
Is there? I mean, okay. Oscar went. No.
What happened?
Where'd you pull Owen from?
I don't know.
I don't know why.
There's no such person called Owen Verhoeven.
No.
Anyway, O Verhoeven comes in for Willie Kumado, who comes up. It looks like he got pretty seriously injured. He was reaching for the back of his leg, kind of a hamstring injury, reminiscent of a Marcus Invarsson. Still, jury's out right now. My source is waiting for approval to see if that's news going to be able to drop soon as far as what the condition is of Kumado and the potential timetable. So stay tuned for that. Yes, Oscar. But yeah, he came in and did a fantastic job. There was a play also where he links up with Dreyer and it almost ends up working out. Once you throw Dreyer on the right side, he unlocks and it's like he has the 99 what's it called? Fitness again. Like he's just fresh. Like he hasn't just been playing 75 minutes down the middle. Like he goes on to his right and he's just a fish in water. And so he was looking out very well with Verhoeven there at the end. Groin for Willie Kumalo. Yeah, because he got he went on I believe it was a 50-50. Se trabó. Se trabó and came up on the other side. Just not feeling well. We need to invest. Snapdragon needs to invest in a little cart, a little injury cart. We saw it at the one game. Well, they need to deploy it faster.
Yeah, maybe. I think technically when they bring the cart on the field, though, it like becomes a big thing. And also, I wouldn't want to drive a vehicle on the already questionable field. You know
what? You're absolutely right. Let's not put any sorts of wheels on that don't need to be.
I haven't seen anything with Balakari getting called up.
No, he did. Dreyer is
Mikey Vada said it.
Yeah. So take it up with Mikey.
Okay.
Dreyer's the MLS artisan Robin. I could see that, except Dreyer knows more than cut to the left, cut to the inside. He knows more attacks. European teams only play matches in June 5th on 7th and 10th. Minnesota match is on the 14th. Yes, but that is a big turnaround. We've heard it from the players. Just if players are barely getting used to travel from the continental United States, they're going to have a harder time traveling and getting adjusted to international travel. I know Patty McNair's already done it and gone and come back, but
yeah, imagine you're in a completely different time zone. It's the 10th. You probably have to leave like after the game or the day after the game, and then that's the 11th. You're traveling back to San Diego. Time zone's completely different, and then you have 2 days to prepare for a match. Like it's not enough time.
Yeah, we're still Alicia, we're still on field watch. Don't you worry. We're on Snapdragon field watch.
May is almost up though. This is going to be the toughest month that they face. So once this month is due, maybe it'll start looking a little bit better.
Yeah, I think they'll turn it around, or they'll resod at the end. Give them a sensu bean and they'll be fine. Yeah, I 100%. Old school FUT. Just add plus 60 chemistry the card. Oh, you're fine. Always 99. Injury? What injury? Here's the leg injury card. All right. San Diego FC win 2-1 against LA Galaxy. Here at home in Snapdragon Stadium. After the game, obviously, restart with Mikey Varas talking about the incidents that was actually unfolding. So just kind of give you a timeline, right? Game ends. We go and get escorted down to the press area, and one of our colleagues just like nudges me. He's like, "Hey, look, I just got sent this from somebody who's still up in the press area." And it's a video of what's happening, and we're like, oh well, this is gonna unfortunately take precedent here on the questioning side of things. Usually we'll throw it to me first, so I'm just like, okay, well, how am I gonna combine that with, hey, how was the game? Hey Mikey, how was the game?
Just be like, hey Mikey, you see this video?
Look, he's like, oh no, what's going? Runs out, tries to tell the people, guys, stop. But no, much like during the chant, Mikey Varas comes out with a statement, and they were able to just kind of get that out of the way. Mikey Varas does say, hey, I don't want to talk about what happened in the stands. Let's talk about what happened in the run of play, please. Please. And let me see if I can just pull this sucker up. Where'd it go?
Are you guys still there? You good?
You sprint in the 83rd minute, but then ultimately getting that goal.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, like everybody should take note of this moment in time. This is a big moment for the club. These are moments that clubs are built on. These are the moments nobody will forget that inspire an entire region and make the club real. You guys got the goal in 95th minute. It's an amazing goal, honors to Irving. But like you said, my favorite play of the game is Irving chasing down Peck on a yellow card, 70 yards, making a sliding tackle. These are moments that clubs are built on, and these are legacies for me in terms of how Irving shows who he is on the field.
Mikey, obviously all coaches want their teams to play all 90, 95 minutes, but what does it take mentally to stay focused so that when they make a mistake like that, you're ready to pounce on it instead of just sort of mentally conceding the fact that you might well?
I can't speak for all coaches. I'm a young coach. I'm learning every single day. But one thing that we talk about a lot here that we have convictions for is being relentless. So when things are not going your way, how do you turn it around? How do you impact the flow? When things are going your way, how do you keep it going? And I understand that Garces makes a mistake, but it's not on him. It's also a combination of how we went after the game. We went after the game for 95 minutes. And the fact that we still have all three of our two wingers and our number 9 that high, chasing the game at the end of the game, where easily those guys could go back and just say, let's take the 1 point. We also create our destiny by pushing the game. And I'm really proud of the guys for that.
Head coach Mikey Varas with that statement post-match press conference. You can find the full press conference there on sandiego.football. Chucky Lozano came out. I will give this detail about Chucky Lozano in there. His son came in once again. Unfortunately, I had my stuff on that chair, so he couldn't sit next to me. So he had to sit on the stage. Sorry, Chucky's kid.
Damn, dude.
But with that, he was sitting and then he was facing just.
He didn't want to sit next to Scott French?
I did not actually. Was a little frightened, if I may say.
No, I was talking about Chucky's son.
No, I'm just saying he was a little frightened of Chucky's son.
Yeah, because he's gonna talk to him about how Galaxy's not a bad team.
So right where Irving is, right here on the on the nameplate, is where his son is sitting, but he's facing that glass on the outside where players come in. Some of the more VIP quote supporters or fans or family members are there saying hi and stuff. I don't know who he was talking to or who the kid was looking at, but he was looking and just kissing the badge and like pointing. His dad's talking the whole time like, oh no, pues sí, me siento 100% la selección.
Confirmed Chucky retires in San Diego FC.
And like the kid is like going and just like kissing the badge and just like, yeah.
Best child interaction in a press box in San Diego history.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Take that, Casey's Tony.
Not her kids. It's all good.
Abe didn't like that one. It's all good.
I saw Jonas Eideval's kids yesterday.
Always Cooney taking his bully anger out on Chucky. No. It's been established earlier in this. I get bullied by 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So that's he's not of age yet. Come on now. 8-year-old? Come on. I can take 42 of those. It's a good number.
When they're mean to you in Spanish, it's kind of different.
Yeah, we have pinche gordo.
Oh, shit. Or ESPN, ABC, they don't go, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't show up to these games.
That's something
that busy at Padres.
That's actually something 100% that our guest I had a pre-record with Craig Elston to talk about and preview some cool stuff. He actually mentions some of what our pal Edwin was talking about.
We love calling out big media out here, man. That's what we do.
Big media getting called the first question. Thank you. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
San Diego FC now go and face a challenge up north.
Predictions. Let me pull it up.
The predictions.
Abe is kicking our butt here.
If
did I predict a 2-1 victory?
No, you did not actually.
I didn't.
We all predicted a win though. You did predict a 2-1.
Oh, I did.
You did. Yep.
If I like how you asked that, even though you had the exact same reaction during the Wave game when you saw that you had predicted 2-1, Abe. But if San Diego FC is to go ahead and be victorious now, they face a Seattle team up north for the second time. They faced them here at home once. They beat them at home. Now they travel in the midweek up and have a chance to go ahead and keep dominating here in the West Coast.
They still get all their players, right? For this game on Wednesday or no?
Yes, I believe so.
I think they just leave in June 2nd, June 10th, I believe.
Yes, and so by the way, for predictions here for San Diego FC, whoever is the last place will have to walk from this studio all the way to San Diego FC's home base of Snapdragon Stadium with a soccer ball. So currently, Chiba, who is in last place?
Me. I am in last place, 2 points behind you, which isn't that bad.
All right.
It's not that bad. Abe, by the way, has a 4-point lead over you. He's at 10. Same for those in the chat saying that this isn't sport for Abe. He knows ball. Just going to point that out. Abe knows ball.
For now.
For predictions.
For now. Yeah.
All right. San Diego plays Seattle on Wednesday. What do we think?
Milton coming after you. Chivas used to losing. All right.
That's fine, man. Me vale madre. Will I be here by the end of the season? Who knows?
Oh my gosh. What? Spoiler alert. Anyways. Chiva, what is your prediction?
Ooh, put me first.
Yes,
Put me
absolutely.
in,
By the way,
coach.
let me just share exactly what we're talking about with San Diego FC, who is currently in second place. They were temporarily not in second place. Wait, were they? No, they were fine. They were in second place above
Wow.
Minnesota and LAFC. Vancouver, the
There's
only
a team they
on
beat already.
top.
3-0.
Team already on that's on top. Fifth place is Seattle, just kind of on that same pace, but they have more games in more points. Excuse me. They don't have more games in hand. A San Diego FC loss would put them potentially in fourth or fifth. Seattle wouldn't be able to jump from there. But it's a different team for Seattle. I'm starting to see already some predictions here. We have 3-2. We have 3-0 from Jeremy. 649 Stalker says 3-2. Milton says I love you too. 3-2 SDFC win.
What did you say? I'm gonna go with a 3-2 win for San Diego.
3-2 win for San Diego. Okay. I'm gonna go a 1-0 win for San Diego.
Clean sheet alert.
Another clean sheet for CJ Dos Santos. Dos Acero procrastinating Puma. 2-1 from Naku.
Abe?
I think 2-1 San Diego. It's close though. This could be a dangerous game. I think they're gonna win, but there's a chance that Seattle has a really good match. They play really well at home.
San Diego has played against a team, beat them, and then the second time they played against them, they got outplayed by a lot. And talking about Real Salt Lake, this could be one of those things where Seattle kind of maybe figured things out. But I don't know. I think San Diego Wave are riding this streak without losing any games. I think they're going to win this game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Good point here by George. Lumen Field does have artificial turf. So not only does that affect the play style for sure, because it's a lot more harder of a surface typically. But we'll see how the ball rolls in the favor of the San Diego FC play style.
Does that change your prediction?
No, it doesn't. That's why it's low scoring, 1-0. They're gonna try to. They're gonna get it. They're gonna hold back, play defensively, and take that into the bank. I can see it being a 1-1, but I'll stick to the 1-0 for San Diego FC winning it. But also the injury concerns with turf. Some of these players have never really faced a full 90 with turf. Some of them have, obviously, MLS veterans. But that's going to be interesting to see how San Diego FC and San Diego FC's play style matches up with that. Seeing 2-1, Milton 1-0.
Right,
San Diego FC.
What about the match, the homecoming for Brandon Vasquez? What about that one?
There's a Saturday match, as you mentioned. Brandon Vasquez, Austin, Texas, Austin FC coming into town. That one's a little bit different, I feel. They're not doing as good as they were in the first half of that match against San Diego FC. So I think that would continue. And I think back here at home, San Diego FC does win against Austin, Texas in a 2-1.
2-1 win.
2-0 for San Diego FC.
Clean sheet.
Yeah.
For that
Austin's
one.
I hope that I really like the way they play. Like their style can be fun, but at times their offense kind of disappears. So.
Well, we thought that against Sporting, and then they tied that game. I'm gonna go with a tie here against Austin. I think Brandon Vasquez is gonna score. I'm gonna go with a 1-1 tie.
Okay.
Interesting.
Which means they stay on a 6-7 game winning tying streak without losing games. So
Crazy.
Because San Diego soccer teams not losing games.
They're playing really well. Both teams in second place right now. Very, very fun soccer to watch if you're a fan of the sport here.
Got to give that correction again. Coming into it, George, you're right. Real Salt Lake does have woven turf. So a little bit different than just like an NFL turf, but nonetheless still turf. So hats off to that research department there. 3-1 Austin, Texas. Seeing 1-1 Austin draw 1-0, says Jeremy, for that match. It'll be an exciting matchup here. SDFC has turf fields at their facilities. Absolutely, that's what I was thinking. They probably
train today. Well, I mean, there's no media availability from here till Wednesday. So they train today. They train tomorrow morning, and then they travel in the evening to Seattle. Per the team.
Yeah, don't forget free beach towel on Saturday, guys.
Have fun, guys.
Free beach towel for everybody. San Diego sports love and sports fans love beach towels.
You guys have fun on that one.
People still have the 2004.
You're not gonna be there, Chiva?
Nah, I won't be able to make it. Damn. I have to work.
Damn.
I know.
We'll see how many fans are there. Should be interesting.
Yeah. We'll see who makes that trip and who's allowed to make that trip. Hopefully everybody that can and is allowed to for good reason. Hopefully not for bad reason. That would suck. Yeah. But either way, let's go ahead and transition here a little bit into a segment that'll give Abe and Chiva a little bit of a break, because I will throw it back into Past Me because I had a conversation with the great and powerful Craig Elston, who does have some breaking programming news. So with that said, we're actually going to go ahead and have a protracted, second time I use that in a week, Sarape de San Diego segment. Right, thank you, Past Tony and Future Tony. Tony of Futures Past, X-Men, great movie. So as you can clearly see, we have Senor Craig here introducing himself with Craig at 609 Sports on Blue Sky. Also a fervent supporter of SDFC as well, just an admirer of the Sockers in San Diego. But Craig, we got some exciting news coming through soccer in San Diego in general. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is something that's been a long time coming, Tony, and I'll just have the viewers and the listeners go behind the scenes that, of course, in 2024, a year that definitely existed on Earth, I was working at 97.3 The Fan, the local big sports radio station here, and I continued to do that for a couple months in 2025. And back in 2024, we were talking at the station about SDFC coming into existence and how important it would be for, you know, a big time station like us to be on the vanguard, you know, to be on the edge of the wave. And so we planned a weekly San Diego FC radio show that would have been yourself, myself, and Chiva. And, you know, the two balls in my crew combined with Elston doing a show on 97.3. And then we got to January and you know, things Odyssey Way, the old big old corporation, they stopped having all the money they used to have or whatever. But we were told, no, we can't do the show. We can't hire a board op. And then about a month after that, it was like, by the way, you're not going to do your show anymore either. So
we're at a laughing point, and then we're at a reflecting point too.
My days are a lot more free now. I don't have to carry a show. I don't have to think about 4 hours of content a day. It's fine. But point being, then our show was gone. So what are we going to do? And we've been talking about it. We've been talking around it. We've been talking, thinking about various permutations, various possibilities. And then we came to it. And thus, I am thrilled to announce to the Two Balls and a Mic crowd that the Chromaniacs podcast begins this week with myself, with yourself, Tony, and our third Chromaniac, Alex Pena, the writer of Chromatic FC, a man who's been a part of our Padres Hot Tub Discord for years. I've known Alex for 5 years. I'm so psyched that with yourself, Tony, who has been going to every training, who's up in the press box, the journalista of our group, Alex, the writer, the analyst, the guy who's been breaking it down, bringing you the great content, the in-depth strategic and tactical discussion. And then me, the big dumb idiot that wears the chrome outfit and is a fan, is a supporter. You know, I've got all my time here in San Diego media, but when it comes to San Diego FC, where you'll see me is in the North End, dancing around, you know, singing, doing the chants, doing the whole thing. So we're coming at it from 3 different perspectives, but our goal is every week on the Chromaniacs to get into the big topics about SDFC, what's going on around the team, between yourself and myself. We should be able to be, because you're going to help me out with this, be at SDFC trainings, get an opportunity to bring that connection, that level of connection on the podcast, bringing you players, bringing you Varas, bringing you Heaps, bringing you these voices and whatnot. But Tony, I'm just so excited because, look, it's almost the end of May. We've been talking about this since October, November of last year. And finally, it's here. The Chromaniacs has arrived.
Yeah, no, and I'm really excited that it's finally happening because it's another outlet for soccer in San Diego, and just yourself having a great voice and knowledge of the game. And I've talked to you about this, Craig. Like, you have this very unique understanding of the Latino, the Mexican side of understanding the game too. Just so your closeness with the players of the soccers and how you've learned not only the sport, but the language itself. You were in Chihuahua not too long ago, just absolutely killing it with the Spanish. So I'm just really happy that, we have this extra outlet. And also shout out to Alex Pena, who you mentioned, his work that he does over on his Substack is fantastic, because that's another outlet and voice that you have here locally, where you don't necessarily see that everywhere in San Diego. And I think that's where this is coming at, right? Like, we're trying to fill more of what people want to hear in terms of soccer. And I'll be completely honest, in the beautiful show that we have, this nestled in two balls in a mic, we have soccers, we have soccer in general, we have San Diego Wave, we have San Diego FC, we have just, UPSL. It's just a smorgasbord of, hey, this is what happened in the soccer in San Diego and the football, right? But this is specifically San Diego FC. And I think that's something that's very much needed in the market. And shout out once again to Alex Pena and his Substack, where you can find his great coverage as well that you'll find here on the Chromaniacs podcast.
Yeah, I said, oh, hey, pull up that, look, show everyone the graphic again. How about that?
Oh,
Our
yeah.
man Travis Peterson popping with the Chromaniacs logo. So there's the 3 of us, all silver suited, all soccer ball headed. You, me, and Alex right there. That's us. He started with a photo, and then he just, it was very simple work because we look very different when we get off of camera. That's when we put our soccer ball heads back on and go on with the rest of our day. But that's a different story for a different show. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. San Diego FC is a team that is just finding its legs in every sense of the word. Right. Yeah. It's an expansion team. So we're just learning the names, the culture, the look, the sound, the everything. The club is figuring it out. Right. They've been figuring it out. They've done a good job. The supporters are figuring it out, with their ups and downs along the way, finding their way to be that authentic voice for the team. But I still believe that in the media, the San Diego sports media, the thing that I've been a part of one way or another since 1996, the prevailing sentiment around San Diego FC is like this.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah.
It's just, it's fear. It's absolute fear. It's, oh my God, what do we do? I don't get it. I don't understand. How do I talk about this? What do I say? What's good? What's bad? What can I say? I don't even know how to cut the onion. What do I do? I'm just going to cry. And that's kind of where I have seen the local coverage. And I'm not here to impugn it or to say that it's terrible. I'm just saying it's lacking, and the folks who in general have been assigned to it are either doing it as a second gig, Ziegler, or don't know soccer like pretty much at all. And again, that's just because of a lack of experience. So I'm excited. You and I have worked together for years on Soccers. We've known each other for years. Alex has been a part of our Padres Hot Tub Discord for years. I've known him for years. The opportunity for us to get together, the goal of this show is going to be like the goal of pretty much every other show that I do, is that it's going to be passionate. It's going to be funny. It's going to be engaged. It's going to be honest. It's going to look at things straight up. It's not going to be disingenuous. We're not going to come from a false place. Our goal is for San Diego FC to succeed, to win games, to be great in the community, to be great in the public, to be great on the pitch. And for Chromaniacs, our goal is to have fun, to give you this opportunity, another touchstone of content for San Diego FC, something in the middle of your week to help you get through, to get from the past week to the next week. And it can't, it's not, although Thursday, because we'll have a match Wednesday up in Seattle, we'll of course recap that match. But usually I think we made that choice, Tony, to put the show not at the beginning of the week, but more toward the end of the week, so that it's going to be more discussion, topics, preview, as opposed to always being, let's roll the film, let's go back, let's talk about Bombino, let's talk about Chucky's slide tackle. Although, I mean, we could talk about Chucky's slide tackle. I think that was a 3-point tackle. When all was said and done, that might have been a 3-point tackle. That tackle right there, because Gabriel Peck was coming in clean to get a good look on goal. And I did not think Chucky had the angle, and then he found the angle. So, point being, we got everything, got the whole world in front of us here, man. And I'm so excited to begin.
No, absolutely. And again, it's getting this very just to the point, and obviously just the fun aspects of having the discussions of soccer, right? Because it's not necessarily so pragmatic, so number, so data driven. Like, there's real discussions to be had. There's real things that pop up, and there's real discussions and different points of view that people may have. And the good thing about leading into what can be is that you have that backing in context of training, of a match right before, and just kind of looking ahead. Because at the end of the day, where you and I may have this vision and understanding of the game, Alex knows MLS. Like, he knows MLS.
Way more than we do.
That's something that I will, take my hat off to anybody who knows more. And I'll tell you right now, it's not a lot. And for the experts in MLS too, to know, and this is again to your point about the coverage, just in general with soccer in this country, there's not a lot of that same understanding. There's not a lot of it, and it's because of MLS itself. They're just kind of falling to itself. Gam, tam, like, sure, like let's go ahead. I'll just refer. Hey, Alex, could you just clear that up? Just explain it like I'm 5 years old, than I am now, with like all sorts of this. Like, go and just please, just palatable, like not even Gerber, just like Gerber pudding, like just blended, like just easy, please. And he'll be able to provide that. Absolutely.
Gerber I never heard anyone heard of Gerber as too chunky. You're like Gerber, but smooth it out.
Please.
That's what I need. That's what I need from you, Alex. Gerber, but take the chunks out. Okay. I need a puree right here. No, that's so funny. And I'm excited to see what Alex brings to the table. I know he will. I like that we are sitting in that nice sweet spot, that we're going to be able to bring a connection to the team, give you that connection as listeners. This is a co-production of San Diego Punto Futbol and our buddies Padres Hot Tub. So we'll be at least initially putting it out on all feeds. So you'll find it, as a San Diego Punto Futbol viewer, listener, you'll find it on this feed, but also we're going to have our own feed. We're going to hopefully have our own community. I saw memes already created the Instagram account. Follow us at the Chromaniacs, at the Chromaniacs on Instagram. And, really looking forward to this, honestly. I think it's funny. This is the last thing I want to say. When I was doing this on the radio, it felt very different, because I felt like all the time I had to remember I was talking more than half to people who didn't even like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Like never mind whether they took it or they left it, they like actively actually didn't like it, or they had no interaction with it at all, other than, oh, is that boring game, the 0-0 game? So I always felt like there was kind of a filter, and if we had done the SDFC radio show on 97.3, it would have been a very different show. It would have been very interview oriented. It would have been very much explanation and kind of dumbing things down. We're not going to dumb anything down on Chromaniacs. This should be a go. Us to become smarter fans and to engage with you and talk SDFC. So just really excited for this.
looking forward to Thursday and for future Thursdays to come, my friend, because this is just the beginning. Episode 1 of any podcast is like the first pancake that you make on a Sunday morning. Best to only be consumed by the chef or trash can usually, but that leads to episode 2, to episode 3, to episode 4, to episode 400. And I'm so excited to be with you two guys and to have the chance to do this together and to see where it grows from here. Really, really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's going to be an honor and a pleasure to join you once again on something soccer related. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be no holds barred too. I think people know that. I think people understand that, right? Like that notion is also there. Respectful, but no holds barred. Like let's talk soccer. Let's talk SDFC and call it as we see it, because we're all seeing it unfold for the first time in history. History is unfolding in front of us.
That's right. And we're in the room where it happens. Well, we're in the stadium where it happens, which is Snapdragon Stadium. So looking forward to this on Thursday. I know you boys are about to transition to Wave and start talking some Wave on the show. I just before I get out of here, and the Cremaniacs podcast is an SDFC podcast. Who knows? Stay tuned as the summer goes on. Maybe there'll be a Wave Wednesday show as we move on, because I just love the Wave so much. But where'd you go? Oh, all right. Oh, switching the. Yeah, there you go. How exciting is this Wave team? Like, how exciting is this Wave team? Pumping in 5 goals. The French Connection, Cascarino, Dali, Moroni. Now all of a sudden you plug in Dree. You get Adriana Leon, getting her up and running. Like, she had kind of felt a little bit offline, for a portion of the beginning of the year on the attack. All of a sudden, this team is so damn dynamic. Savannah McCaskill just has to sit back there as a 6 and just pick up the ball and get it moving along the way. And there are so many different ways. Ascanio, Barcenas. This team is loaded. There's so many fun players for you to enjoy watching. They are playing a style. Are they not play like Mikey Vadas, Jonas Eidevall? Did they ever get together and just tip a beer, do a cheers, and go like, hey, let's play the most entertaining soccer we can in San Diego? Okay, how about you? How about me? All right, cheers. Like, I feel like that's what they've done, because both teams flow, both teams move, but the way the Wave attacked on Sunday night, it was just a thing of beauty. North Carolina plays an attack game, and SDFC, or pardon me, Wave FC beat them at their game. Straight up beat them at their game. That was one of the most fulfilling, just fill your cup matches that San Diego Wave has ever played. And they've played a few of them now of late. And I think people are, even today, sleeping a little bit on how good this Wave team is. To the point, this is the last thing I'll say. I'll let you go. Get Chiva back in here. Get Abe back in here. I think Megan O'Keefe, who does such a great job, and the Wave need to recut their opening video.
Oh yeah,
because they cut that video before the season, thinking they weren't going to be very good. It's so clear. She has a line in there that's like, well, there's some new faces, or and then something pops up that goes rebuild, and I'm like, rebuild?
No,
shut your face. You're second place. Like,
this came out of the box, just absolutely running, yes. Ready to go.
No rebuild. Right off of the lot. We drove this sports car off the lot. There was nothing that needed to be built. No, I mean, the Wave did a great job rebuilding their team, but the team's rebuilt. It's great. So I would love to see them actually do, whenever they get to that month where they're going to be away for a while, I'd love them to see them do a little recut on that. That's just a little more confident and a little more swaggy, because right now, each time the game starts, it's like, well, we're kind of a new team, but we've got some good players. And it's like, hang on, no, you're a beast. You're a beast, and you're fun, and you're way more fun than any previous Wave team. It's really exciting.
That's going to be actually what's going to come up in a bit. Future Tony is going to discuss with Abe and Chiva about, is this the best Wave in history right now? And I'd say, yeah, handedly, the best team for San Diego Wave in their history.
I think so too. I think even their Shield team, was built on some parts that didn't quite plug in together. There were issues in the midfield. The attack had already waned that year. It was a lot more about Gurma and Sheridan and what they were doing in the back, than it was what's going on up top. It's a completely different team. Jonas Adevall, such a smart hire. All the moves have worked out. The trades have worked out. You don't miss Jaden. You don't miss Gurma. You would have thought, you don't miss Alex, even though, she's an investor and so on and so forth, but you really don't. If you're around it, you don't miss him at all because the way the team is playing is so, so attractive. All right, Chromaniacs, follow us, find us, check us out Thursday. Thanks in advance for sampling the product. Stay with us. Be patient with us as we find our legs as a show, but can't wait for the rest of this year and talking about it every single week with you guys.
Appreciate you, Craig, and it's going to be fun. Check us out, Chromaniacs. Season's greetings, and we welcome you back. Thank you, Craig, for that. Really exciting times, really exciting things happening around soccer in San Diego. And